10 food shortages that we are seeing all around the country and around the world here in February of 2024. Let's discuss. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, the Patriot Bald Eagle. This afternoon we are drinking Dunkin' coffee. Have coffee with us or whatever beverage you deem necessary. If you have to hit pause on this video, this will be a lengthy discussion. Okay, guys, we have 10 food shortages that we are seeing. We're getting a lot of comments on these. These are mostly some things that we're seeing around here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and a lot of things that we are seeing from viewers all around the country and around the world. We are reaching a huge audience all around the world, and apparently a lot of the struggles that we are dealing with here in America are happening around the world, so we need to discuss these. So getting right into it here, number one, coffee. Coffee seems to be an issue. Coffee is going up in price, as we've seen in a lot of stores. As we go through a lot of different stores, I point out a lot of different prices that have gone up on coffee. One big thing that we are seeing on coffee lately is the regular prices staying the same, but sale prices are a lot higher than they've ever been. And we've seen coffee go up at Walmart in regular price, and we've seen it go up at some other stores as well, and it's one that we've probably gotten the most comments on over the last few weeks. Now, I will say, as we always talk about on the channel, buy up the sales as you see them. We go through week to week checking out Meijer, Kroger, all different kinds of stores to see what kind of deals we can find on coffee. We've been talking about this for months and months. We have different import bans and stuff, export bans on coffee and stuff like that from around the world. So it's obviously becoming a pretty big struggle to get in certain kinds of beans for your said coffee. So just wanted to talk about that one right off the bat here, because coffee, obviously my coffee rants. I love my coffee. I try to stock up whenever I can. And I usually get whatever's on sale. And I'll tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy. We keep seeing all these things go up in price. We see things go away for a minute, and then they come back at a much higher price. It's just the way things are going right now, and we just have to be vigilant and make sure that we are stocking up on the sales as we see them. Number two on the list has to be beef. I keep getting comments on steaks, hamburger, not only being in short supply when you go to your local supermarkets, but also the prices that just seemingly keep going up. Kind of putting them hand in hand here. When we see things go away, like I said, we see them come back, but it'll be at a higher price. And we are seeing smaller amounts around here. I have been surprised the last couple times I've been to Walmart and noticed how low the meat supply was, or Kroger, or some other places. We'll see like a few steaks, and it's been getting shorter and shorter. Now, we know this was going to happen. We've been talking about this for months, probably the last 6 months. Everything we've read and gone on, a lot of people were saying that beef was going to be in short supply and very high priced near the end of 2023 into 2024. So we knew this was going to happen. So I hope that you took my advice on, if you had some extra freezer space, buying up some of the meat deals, because we are seeing where it's getting too unaffordable. So with the shortages on beef, I don't know, maybe it's expiring. Maybe they're giving it to someone else that can give it to somebody. I really don't know, but we have been seeing less and less around here. But it's probably the second most commented on shortages, at least here in the country. But we've also gotten some comments from some of our viewers outside the country that beef has been in major shortage. And prices have gotten ridiculous. We have a couple viewers from Australia, longtime viewer from the UK, that have been talking about beef prices going through the roof. But not just that, it's not being able to find it. So it is something that we have to pay attention to moving forward. Third on the list is pork. Now, this is a funny one, and this is another one we've been talking about for a while, ever since all of these different hog farms have gotten shut down, right, or closed, and we're expecting more. We're expecting more hog farms to be shut down here in the future, by Tyson or whoever. But we are starting to see less and less pork in the stores, which is funny because just months ago they were talking about oversupply. Well, if you've been watching our videos going to the stores and stuff, what have you noticed? There's barely any. I went to Sam's Club the other day, and it was like there was none. There was one rack of ribs, and they got pork chops and stuff, but that's cheap. right? So pork chop, and I don't know if they're just flooding these into the stores just to get rid of it. But we keep getting comments on it from all around the country and all around the world that pork has been, seems like it's in short supply, yet they're saying that it's oversupply. I don't really know if kind of makes me think that they're putting a little bit at a time to raise the price, because we have seen the prices go sky high on pork lately. And like I said, these things kind of always fall hand in hand. You always say follow the money and stuff like that. Also, real quick, I wanted to give a big shout out to Steve Poplar. The Poplar Report, check his channel out. He does a lot of the same stuff we do on this channel here. He has a lot of viewers that are always talking about shortages and prices going up, and he covers a lot of this stuff as well. He gave me a shout out last night, and I really appreciate it, Steve. I had the pleasure of talking with Steve a little while back. We talked for a good hour on all this stuff going on. Really nice guy, really great channel. The Poplar Report, formerly Poplar Preparedness. So yeah, check him out. Really nice guy. And we're covering a lot of the same things. And he covers a lot of other stuff too, a lot of other news on his channel. So the Popular Report, Steve, really, really great guys. Check him out. Moving on here, we have pasta. Pasta keeps getting thrown into the comments here. We know that grains and wheat have been an issue here over the last couple years. So I'm not surprised to see this one keep popping up in comments. What I'm surprised about is that we don't see a lot here. I mean, we don't see a lot of shortages on pasta here. It was low for the longest time, and now it seems like it's flooding back in. Now, we are seeing higher prices. The only place where I haven't seen the price go up, surprisingly, is Kroger. Okay, and they actually have theirs on sale right now for $1 a box. So if you have a Kroger near you, time to stock up on pasta because that's what's going to happen. If you're not seeing it in the store right now, oh, it's coming back, and it's going to come back at a very high price. So stock up on your pasta. I had this further down on the list, but I'm going to talk about this one now. Let's see. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5. Cooking oils. Cooking oils are starting to disappear. Now, we've gotten a lot of comments on this over the last year. People were saying, well, there's still plenty here. There's plenty here. But now, I guess we're starting to see them less and less. I'm seeing less and less in the stores around here. And it's not like, we'll see like canola oil like completely disappear, right? We'll see vegetable oil, but for some weird reason, we'll see canola oil just disappear and not come in for a while. And we haven't seen the prices go up. So that kind of tells me that there is something going on. But olive oil seems to be number one. I know there were some issues with different olive trees and stuff in Greece, I think it was, where I think weather had something to do with it. But fact of the matter is that it's all different kinds of oils, palm oils, and this is one that we're getting comments from all around the world too. So everything kind of falls hand in hand with each other. So whatever one person's not getting, we're not going to get, and then when we do, we can expect very high prices. We've already seen all of these different Bertolli and some other oils go way up at Sam's Club. We've seen them skyrocket in price at Kroger, but not Sam's Club. And I'm expecting Costco to kind of follow suit, because usually when Sam's Club's products go up on these things, Costco will as well. So another reason, when you find a sale on these things, buy them up. Don't hesitate. And even, with these, you may not worry too much about the price, because we've been reading about these things. All these things on this list we've been talking about for a while, except for one, and that's number 6, and that is canned goods. Now, over the last couple months, we've been talking about canned goods kind of disappearing, right? We saw at Aldi the other day, there was no black beans, there was no chili beans, the vegetables were very low compared to what they normally have, and Walmart. It's kind of funny that the place that we always compare prices, Aldi and Walmart, we're seeing the most shortages. And it's canned vegetables. It's canned vegetables, canned beans. Now, I will say I've seen tons and tons of canned beans at Walmart, but we've gotten comments from you guys that some of your Walmarts have been very short on beans, and I know one of our longtime viewers was saying that you couldn't find, I think it was the garbanzo, and you ended up having to buy the Goya brand, which Goya, haven't seen too much of an issue with that. Dollar Tree, I know somebody was saying you didn't see any Goya beans at Dollar Tree. they're $1.25 a can. So usually I've gone into Dollar Tree several times and have found them missing as well because they're cheaper. People are smart. I feel like more and more people are smart buying today and knowing that, okay, I'll just put this off until next week, right? And then go to Dollar Tree and then stock up. But you do risk not being able to find them at Dollar Tree, and that is another thing. We're seeing a lot of empty shelves at our Dollar Trees around here. Now, I've gone to a couple other Dollar Trees off camera, some of the same things. Now, I don't know, it may be a trucking issue. We've had a couple people that have talked about them not being able to find the bleach or laundry detergent. We've kind of discussed, like, if Dollar Tree's going to raise some of these prices to $1.50, that may be some of the items they do, but we don't have any. We don't have no bleach, no Dollar Tree bleach, no laundry detergent, no toilet paper. None. None. And that's kind of weird. And I remember like a month ago we went to Dollar Tree and there was no toilet paper at the one I visited. Now I haven't seen any at any Dollar Tree around here. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's something that we have to pay attention to, but canned goods are an issue. Now, we were talking the other day about Kroger canned vegetables, and I'll say something that I've noticed in comments. Somebody was saying that they had some mushy canned goods by Kroger. I've had mushy canned goods with everywhere. I don't think, I think sometimes we just have bad luck and get a bad can. But I will say canned vegetables at Kroger that I've gotten in the past have been, pretty decent. But if I'm going to spend $1 a can, then I'm going to get Del Monte. And that we usually stock up at Sam's Club or Costco, where we can get them for $1 a can. Sometimes I'll even have them on sale at one of these places, and we'll get them a lot cheaper. I bought up some when they were just under $6 for an 8-pack at Sam's Club last month. We are going back to Sam's Club. I know we've gotten a lot of comments on Sam's Club, some of the new sales. We're going to check those out. Make sure you subscribe down below as we do these store videos and other entertaining videos. Usually those videos come out at 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. So I know we do two videos a day sometimes. When I have a coffee rant, that's usually later in the afternoon or evening, as fast as I can get it out here for you. And number 7 on the list here is sugar. Now, this is one that we have had shortages of for the last, I don't know, since September, August. It's an issue. It's an issue. And we continue to get flooded with comments. Somebody sent me an email the other day at your Walmart where there was no Great Value sugar. There was one thing of Domino sugar I saw sitting in the picture, but I know you were talking about Great Value. But I noticed that. Okay, so Domino is coming in. Maybe they're not getting a truck, but I saw this before the holidays, as I pointed out. We saw no 10-pound bags of sugar at Walmart for a couple weeks, right? But then the next time I had gone, we saw a couple of them, or a few times after, and then the 4-pound bags were very low. Well, the reason for that, I guess, is the 10-pound bags, which I guess most people are buying because it's a better deal. We saw a huge price increase twice at Walmart in a month. And it does look like Walmart has raised prices on groceries, on not everything, but it looks like we're seeing another wave across the country, at least, on price increases at Walmart. On bread's $1.32 now, or $1.42, that went up a dime, and some other products. People were saying that might be regional specific. Well, it seems like pretty much everywhere. I mean, if you're on the East or West Coast, might be a little more on some of these things. I know produce and meat will be a lot more at different Walmarts depending on what part of the country you're in and how much they're able to pay for it, stuff like that. But anyway, sugar is an issue, and it's one that we continue to get comments on. This is one that if you need sugar, buy it. Walmart, it's $3.24 for a 4-pound bag. Or if you go to Sam's, we've gotten comments in the past where sugar had been wiped out at Sam's and then came back. What happened? Came back at a higher price, a much higher price. And that's the Domino sugar. But anyway, just throwing that out there because we keep getting a lot of comments on that one. And we continue to see shortages all around the country on sugar. Now, this is one that is all around the world, and this is number 8 on the list. Salt and spices. We're starting to see spices kind of disappear, right? We're seeing them. Now, I don't really count Walmart in this one because this has been with Walmart as long as I can remember. Like, we'll just see spices disappear and they won't come back in for the longest time. But we're seeing them in other places. We're seeing them at Kroger. We're seeing it, not Meijer. Okay, as a matter of fact, and I know Meyer only is in a few different states, right? Everybody doesn't have Meyer. And that is Meijer. Not Fred Meyer, which is actually owned by Kroger. This is a whole separate thing. Meyer Stores. Meijer. Just wanted to clarify that. We get new viewers every day that don't understand Meyer. That's the store I'm talking about. Primarily in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky. I believe there's a couple in Illinois, and I think there's a couple in Pennsylvania as well, and they are starting to spread out. They are building more Meijer stores. So hopefully it'll kind of be like Publix, and Publix is kind of coming up north here. We're going to have a Publix about 30 to 40 minutes from here, starting in 2025. They did break ground on it, so pretty awesome. Even though Publix is very high priced, I'm excited for the competition that it will actually bring to Kroger. It might actually help lower some different prices. So we'll have to see on that. I don't really know. But we're getting comments from a lot of viewers from all around the world and around the country here that you're going into your stores, some stores that I don't have, right? That's why it's good to talk about these on the channel. Somebody was talking about Jewel. Now, I don't really know outside of Illinois where Jewel stores are, but I know there are a lot of them in Illinois. And a couple of our longtime viewers were talking about spices being very low or out. Now, I will say we've seen spices low at like Dollar Tree. Went to Dollar Tree the other day, very low. Didn't have in the regulars, which tells me people are buying them up and they're not getting them in. Kind of like everything else at Dollar Tree. I don't know what's going on. One of our longtime viewers had mentioned that your Dollar Tree had looked like this right before it closed. Now, I hope it doesn't. I love Dollar Tree, and I love that Dollar Tree that me and Jessica were at. But because it's at all of these different Dollar Trees around here, the same things, it's got me thinking that they're not able to get this in, or is it shrinkflating, or is it, or they just can't get it in, or they're not on the loads on the trucks because they're trying to put different things in Dollar Tree. I don't really know, but I know it's gone at the 3 Dollar Tree stores around here that I went to. And the one that really stuck out to me was bleach, because I know we have a lot of viewers on the channel here that like the bleach from Dollar Tree and the toilet paper. As to where I don't buy toilet paper at Dollar Tree, I know a lot of you do. And that's a crazy thing, seeing it all gone. All too familiar. Okay, now here, number 9, excuse me, number 9 here, oats. We've been getting comments on shortages of oats. And some specific on different canisters, different kinds of oats. We've gotten just a lot of comments. Someone had sent me an email photo, the same person that sent me the other email of the sugar missing, of all the great value oats were gone. And there were a few things of Quaker there, but it looked really low and really crazy. Now, I haven't seen it. I will try to pay attention to that as we do some of our store videos throughout the week here. We usually see oats like that pretty well packed in, but I will say this. That Quaker oatmeal recall keeps getting bigger. Now, that covers granola bars and some different cereals. And check out the FDA website if you have any Quaker products. It's something we're just going to have to do, guys. We're going to have to check, because this recall, we said that it might, and sure enough, it has. This Quaker recall just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, it's crazy. And we're not buying any Quaker products right now. We're not. No oatmeal, no nothing. Because it's every time I think about it, it seems like the next day, this recall just keeps adding up. And I don't really know. I don't know if they've pulled some off the shelves of some of the oats. I don't really know. It's not on the news yet. It's not in the FDA website of some of the different oats and oatmeal and stuff like that. But make sure you check. Make sure you check daily, especially if you eat a lot of oats. If you put a lot of oats in things, I would definitely check to make sure that there's no salmonella recall on it, which is pretty much all of what has been covered under the Quaker Oats has been the salmonella that somehow got on the product. Anyway, number 10. And this is one I hate to mention because it's something that we should never have a problem. Honestly, no, we shouldn't have a problem with any of this, but we do. It's 2024. Biggest one here, number 10, water. Getting a lot of comments on shortages of water. Number one is constantly distilled water, but we're seeing people have been talking about like Sam's and Costco where they've been completely wiped out of different bottled water. We've seen this before. Okay, now last summer I went and did a video and there was no Ice Mountain. And I was like, and I was going to buy some, right? Now, with Ice Mountain, we have seen a huge price increase. Huge. At Walmart and Kroger that I've noticed. Okay, that I've noticed. It's now $6.29, which is up from $5.99. It keeps going up, though. I mean, it's going up like 30 cents a month, right? Or every couple months. Ice Mountain water, and I can speak to this one because this is the one that we get. But I'm not going to pay $6.29 for 24 of them. And when I would get it at Walmart, it was $6.28, right? $6.28, which is a penny less than the 24 pack at Kroger now. A 35 pack. 35 pack at Walmart, $6.28. Now it's $6.98. Now I don't know what it is at Sam's Club now, but it was $6.64, and then actually came down to $6.54 at Sam's Club for a 40 pack of Ice Mountain water. So I don't know if they've gone up yet at Sam's, but I do know it's an issue, and it's kind of the same thing that we see all the time. We see it go away, and we see it come back at a higher price, okay? That's what happened at Sam's Club when it was $6.54 originally, and then went up to $6.64. And we mentioned that in the video. It's been a while. It's been since like last summer. So I don't know. But this event of the price increases on water has only been going on over the last month or two. We've seen where jugs of water, gallons of water have gone up like crazy. $1.49 at Kroger. Now I will say Kroger has it, right? It was very low on distilled water though the other day when I went to do like the sales week video. We go over a lot of the different sales. Kroger is one of our main ones that we focus on because there are a lot of Kroger and Kroger-owned stores around the country here. So make sure you're always checking out our, if you have a Kroger-owned stores like King Soopers, Kroger-owned store like King Soopers, Dillon's, Mariano's, Food for Less, Out West, King, all of the different ones. There are just so many. Fred Meyer, Harris Teeter, all these Kroger-owned stores usually have the same sales during the same week. It may not actually be the same prices, but stuff like the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal, buy 6 or more, save 50 cents each deal. We go over a lot of these different things. And that video usually comes out on Thursday morning. So if you keep that in mind, hopefully save you some money as we go along. But water, guys, $1.49 a gallon at Kroger, right? As to where just a month ago, a little over a month ago, it was $1.29 a gallon. Walmart, if you can find them, is $1.34 a gallon. $1.34 a gallon at Walmart. That's crazy. That's expensive for Walmart. But we continue to see these things go up in price. We continue to see things disappear. And we've gotten tons and tons of comments of people going to the store and not finding the water you like, or some people not finding any water. Now, as we get into these events going on, it's wintertime. It's cold. We have people, snow, different things. There's a lot of things that factor in. We also have events going on in the Middle East, which gets people thinking, like maybe I should stock up on some things. Yeah, I agree with you. Stock up on some things, and make sure you're stocking up as we go along here, because we never know what's going to happen. And the fear of not knowing is the knowing that I need to be prepared. And that's how my mind works, and that is what we like to talk about on the channel here. Stock up on the sales as you see them. Make sure that you are providing for yourself and your family and passing this message along. If you could, share this video with your family and friends. Help spread it out. The like button, hit that thumbs up button. All this interaction on our channel here helps spread the message out all around the country and all around the world. We do appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.